Eva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I have a copycat recipe for you guys. If you've ever heard of the Keto Pink Drink from Starbucks, that's what we're going to be copying today. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get started. If you've never heard of this drink, let me tell you, it's sweet, creamy, and simply delicious. Well, today's your lucky day because whether you've tried this or not, so if you've tried it and you loved it, or if you've never tried it at all and you just really wanted to, I'm going to teach you how easy and simple it is to make it home, and regardless, I'm going to save you a ton of money. I don't know about you, but a $4 or $5 iced tea from Starbucks that is pretty much just ice doesn't sit well with me, especially when I know I can make a whole pitcher of it right at home for a fraction of the price. Yes, just like everything else, you are paying for convenience by going through a drive-thru, but I don't know about you, I think it's way more convenient just walking to my fridge with a whole pitcher of this tea that I can pour in my glass whenever I want another refill rather than having to get dressed, go out, make an appearance, put some clothes on, do my hair, kind of look halfway decent so I can go through a drive-thru. And, you know, it is quarantine, so now you gotta wear your mask and do the whole shebang. I'd rather just walk downstairs and go into my kitchen and just pour some. Plus, I always say making recipes at home is always your best bet, especially when it comes to portion control, or in this case for this recipe for your carbohydrate control, because there is going to be some heavy whipping cream in this, and everybody is going to make this drink different. So depending on what barista you go to, you know, a splash of heavy cream to me, to you, to her, to him is going to be totally different. So you can definitely control exactly how you like it made, exactly your portion, how much of each ingredient that you have in here. Now, one thing that I would recommend is you can always go to Starbucks and ask them to put heavy cream or sugar or whatever it is on the side for you. That way you can control how much that you want to put inside yourself. And I also have a hack for you guys. So what I do at Starbucks, if I get anything iced or anything with ice in it, then I always ask for whatever size drink I'm going to have with no ice, and then I ask them to give me just a separate cup filled with ice. So as you see here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but as you can see on the label, I have here grande drink, add ice, and it's no charge at all. They don't charge you for a cup of ice. So I always do that because this is going to be a little experiment for you guys. So next time you go to Starbucks and you want to go get an iced drink, go and do this and watch how many times you can fill up your glass with the ice in it. It's crazy. You literally get 2, sometimes 3 times the drink with the ice. Like, it's crazy. You're pretty much just paying for ice. And they do like to really fill it, so pretty much your entire glass is going to be ice and like not that much drink. You're just going to be getting way more bang for your buck here. So I definitely always recommend to do that if you're not just Starbucks. Any place that you're ordering a drink with ice in it, I would just recommend doing that. And that's actually going to be the cup that I'm going to be using today, so it's really going to look like the Starbucks pink drink. Now a little disclaimer, this is not the pink drink on the Starbucks menu. This is what Instagram has now deemed the title for this drink as the Keto Pink Drink, but that's not what it is on the menu, so you can't go there and ask for that because the baristas are going to have no idea what you're talking about. So if you want to order this drink from Starbucks to try it for yourself or to compare it to this recipe here, all you're going to ask for is an iced passion fruit tea with a splash of heavy cream and a couple pumps of sugar-free vanilla syrup. Now I have just a little graphic here from Copycat, and I'm going to just compare really quick the pricing when it comes to making this at home and buying it right at Starbucks. Now, like I said, there is convenience, of course, making it and whatever, but like I said, I think it's way more convenient just making one big pitcher of it, which I'll show you how quick and easy it is, and you can just go right in your fridge rather than having to go leave and spend how much money on gas and getting the drink and everything from Starbucks. So the total cost of a grande passion fruit iced tea, which like I said, if you're getting it with ice, which that's what it's going to come with unless you ask otherwise, it's going to be about $4, and you're really probably getting half of a grande when you actually break it down. If you make it at home, the Starbucks like passion tea is going to be about $3.50 for the whole box of them. So how many teas are you going to be getting out of that? The heavy whipping cream is like $1.80 depending what brand you get, if they're on sale or not, how big they are. and sugar-free vanilla syrup is $5. But you can use vanilla extract, which is actually what I'm going to be using here, because since we are using sugar-free, then you don't really need to use a syrup like that, which is typically used for the sweetener that's inside of it. And it just kind of, with certain drinks, will look a little better because it might have a little specks of vanilla bean in there. But for this recipe, you're more than welcome to just use vanilla extract. And I know in my house, that's always available. I don't have to go out and buy it. That's always here. So one pitcher that we're going to make here today is going to be about 6 grande drinks. So like, that's crazy. And that's going to break down to about $1.72 for just one of the drinks. Meanwhile, it's like almost $4 for one at Starbucks, and it's pretty much ice. So now let's get into the ingredients. You're going to need 2 liters of water. You're going to need 1 liter that you're going to boil and another liter that you're going to keep cold that you're going to pour right on top. Then you're going to want to buy a box of the passion tea. Now you're going to want to buy the box of this tea, not the concentrated passion tea that you'll find at the grocery store. That has sugar in it. Then you're going to need some heavy whipping cream. Now, if you want to keep this dairy-free, you're more than welcome to use something like an almond milk or a coconut milk instead. Then a couple tablespoons of the vanilla syrup or vanilla extract or whatever it is. Now, I am using sugar-free, and you're more than welcome to use another fruit if you want to use a strawberry or a raspberry. Like, that's going to taste really good in this recipe too. And if you want to add some more sweetness rather than granulated white sugar, I would recommend you using monk fruit sweetener. Now, if you don't know what this is, it's amazing. So there's 0 net carbs, 0 glycemic, 0 calories, and it's a 1-to-1 sugar replacement. It's keto approved. There's no fat in this, and it's also 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar, so you're going to need way less of it too. You can get this pretty much anywhere. I just get mine from Amazon just for the convenience that I talked about earlier. Now the first step is we're going to need to brew our tea. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is heat up our 1 liter of water. Alright, so our water is done boiling. So we're just going to take this. So I'm just going to take this because I think this is going to be too hot for our pitcher. Like, I don't want the plastic to melt or anything. I'm just going to brew the tea right inside. And then I will pour that after about 5 minutes. I'll pour that into our pitcher with our cold water. I have another liter of water here I had it sitting in the fridge to make sure it's nice and cold. Take one of these giant tea bags. Crazy, I know. I'm just gonna plop that right in there and let that steep for, like I said, about 5 minutes, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes. I'm just going to remove our giant tea bag. Just squeeze out as much of the juices that I can. I'll just discard this. Now we're just going to grab our pitcher. We're going to add our 1 liter of cold water. And then we're going to add our 1 liter of our tea. Okay, so I'm just going to give this just a little stir. It's not completely necessary, but just so the hot water and the cold water mixes up a little bit. Now we're just going to add our vanilla, if you're using an extract, if you're using a syrup, if you're using a strawberry syrup, a raspberry syrup, whatever it is, that's what you're putting in here. And our heavy whipping cream. Ooh. Now we're just going to, you're going to want to really emulsify this. So what you can do is, if you have a mason jar, you can put it in a mason jar and give it a nice little shake. If you want to put this in a blender, you can do that. I'm just going to mix this up in here really well, and then I'm going to be leaving this in the fridge for just a bit, and I'm going to pour it over my Starbucks cup with my ice in it. Now, don't be alarmed if your heavy cream wants to separate. That's just what's going to naturally want to happen even after you mix it through. Don't worry about it. But you are just going to want to emulsify this as much as you possibly can. Man, when I was younger, I had a pitcher like this. Let me know if you guys had this too in the comment section below. It was like this, except it had a little handle here that you would crank up and down, and that's what would just move the liquid in there up and down, and it would mix it for you. Man, like that would come in super handy right now, but it's fine. We're just gonna go old school and use a whisk. Okay, so I'm all done mixing, and look at this color. Beautiful. It smells so good. Now you can, if you want to, leave this and drink it warm, hot, whatever it is that you want, but it is meant to be a colder drink. So I'm just going to, now that this is all done, let this sit in the fridge for just a little bit until it gets cooler, so when I pour it over the ice, it doesn't completely melt all the ice and just water it down. So I'm just going to do that, and then we'll get ready to try some once we're done cooling. Okay, so it's been about some time. Now I just took this out, and you can see the layers here. I'm going to try and get a better look for you guys. So all I'm going to do is just give this a nice little whisk one more time. Now this is where you can add in your extract, your monk fruit extract, your sugar, whatever it is that you want. I'm just going to leave it for now, that way whoever else wants to drink this can just make it how they like it. Now I have my Starbucks drink here, or my cup. Let's take this off. And I'm just going to pour this right inside. Okay guys, and there we have it. Now I have the ice a little bit frozen at the bottom so it didn't go all the way through, but how good does that look? The color is beautiful. I can't wait to try some. Here we go. Oh, so good, you guys. I love tea. I love Tazo. I actually think that's a really good brand if you want to get teas. Super good. I love the passion fruit. Tastes amazing. It looks awesome. There's not a crazy amount of that heavy cream either, where it just feels like thick and goopy, because I'm not a super fan of putting milk or cream in my tea, but this is delicious. And all we used was pretty much just the Tazo passion fruit tea. Like I said, you have a little bit of the heavy cream, you have your water, of course, you have your syrup and your vanilla, but there's no added sweetener, and it tastes so good without it. But like I said, you can go ahead and add in your monk fruit or whatever sweetener it is that you prefer. So good, you guys. I can't believe how identical this tastes. Like, it's not even funny. And look, you can fill it up 5 more times for the price of one venti coffee. Like, can you beat that? I don't think so. Well, that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it, and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. If you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes just like this one, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.